Alrighty. This is, hey you guys, hopefully I am in front where y'all can see me. And welcome back to my channel. And welcome any new subscribers. Thanks. Thanks and welcome to everybody that's been continuously supporting me and encouraging me and inspiring me to do crafts and all the things that I'm enjoying doing while making the videos on YT. Now I know I haven't shared with you guys my garden yet, but I surely will soon because it is so hot today. I'm gonna have to go out there and water my plants and stuff. But anyway, today's video is part 2 for the loom. Remember I showed you guys, so excited, and I just can't hide it, that I got this long loom set, and I'm happy that I have this because I can't wait to get started making something on with this one, with the long one, the big one. And like I shared with you the other day, this is the round one, the round loom sets. Hope you guys will do some, might want to be, you know, try this out, because if I can make a hat in a few days, 2-3 days, whatever, I'm sure someone else can too. But today what I'm going to do is show you what if I can remember, because like I said, I've just started looming. I guess it's been a week. Yes, I'm a novice, so don't judge me because I'm a novice. But I caught on to how to do it. So what today's video is about is how to bind off. Like I shared this with you guys. It's the first one I ever bought. I got this from, I think it was Michael's, a long time ago, and I was so curious because I couldn't figure out how do they use this to do anything. It just didn't look like it did anything. So I did, you know, some research, got some tips, and just found out how to do it. And now what I'm going to show you today is how to bind or cast off. And that means to take this off, like say I finished, and this scarf is like what, about 6 feet long, okay? So now, well, Janita, how do you finish the product once we get through, you know, looming as long as we want it to go for the straight one or for a round one? So Janita, Miss Janita, if you want to call me Mrs. Janita, whatever, or Janita, I don't mind, because it's okay. So what I'm going to share is how do you bind this off or cast off, and that means taking this off of here so it don't unravel or come loose, and finish it so it'll look neat when it's done. So what I saw what folks was doing, I'm not going to start on the, they call it the working end of the yarn. I'm going to start over here on this side. What they did was, this, we going to call this the front side where it's facing you, and this is the back facing me. What they did was, to get ready to bind this or cast off, they took everything on the side facing you guys and moved it over to the, my computer made noise, it shook me. And they moved everything over to this side, like this. Like you see me moving them, I'm just flipping them. Remember, I told you about that little groove on the peg, so that the tool, the loom tool, can have something to catch on to help lift that yarn over the pegs. So all I'm doing is just taking each loop off on the front side and putting it over here, looping it over here to the side that's facing me. Now all I have on here is one 2 loops on one side. Okay, so now what they did was, if I can remember, let's see how this works. You take, after you get them all over here, you're going to take this one here and catch both of them. I think this is how, if I remember correctly. Wait out it. When it get it loose or get away from you, just catch it back and just loop it over there like that. And then you would take the bottom 2 loops on this one and loop that over. So now you back to 2 and you have an empty one here. So what they did was they moved this one over here like that. See that? So then what you do again is every time you move this over here, you go to your next one and take it and move it over here like that. Lord Jesus, it got away from me again, but that's alright, because I'll just put it back on there. And then you just keep on just doing that and loop that one over there. Then after you finish, you take this one and move it on over here. Take your time if it get away from you. Use 2 hands if you got to, because I'm just demonstrating what I'm doing. Hope it's understandable. See, now I got 2 empty loops because everything is moving downwards. See that? So what you do now is take this one and move it on over here. So now that y'all see what I'm doing, I'm just moving everything over here. Just watch the video again if you're getting lost from what I'm doing. And then I'm just moving this one, looping that over that one. Oops. Hold on. You gotta go back because it came loose. Don't panic. Don't panic. Just hold them loops. Don't panic. Get them loops back on there. Don't panic. Put that back. And grab these 2. Put that back. Let me get them back on here. It's a way you gotta have your needle, your loop tool turn, so that, see, I gotta turn it toward me because that way I can catch it better. But y'all see what I'm doing. And then I put that one over there like that. And then when I finish that one, I carry this one over here. And you just keep on doing that until you completely get them all. Hold on, y'all. Remember, just go back to the beginning. If my hand all in the way, you really can't. Well, you seen when I first started what I'm doing. And that's what you just keep on repeating. Loop that one over there. Then carry the one after you looped it on to the second one. Making 2 loops on there. Which is really 4, but you know what I mean. Then you catch them first 2 down at the bottom. Loop them over carefully. Now you got 1 set of loops. Then you move that over to this one. We're binding it off so don't unravel. That's what we're doing here. Take your time and don't panic. See, I'm at the last one. We at the last one now. Watch my first video. If any of y'all haven't seen it, where I show you how to start looming. But this is when you finish looming and you want to take it off. Now you say, well, we at the end, Miss Janita, now what do we do? Well, what I saw, they took the working yarn. Uh-oh, where my scissors at? Let me get me some scissors here, y'all. This is what I have right now. You cut it. You cut that off. And I'm going to take a crochet hook. If you ain't got one, just use your working yarn. I mean your whatchamacallit. What you're gonna do is, if say you don't got no crochet hook, you would take this yarn that you cut, and what you want to do is put it down up under there like that, and then you take your thing and grab it. Remember, lay it down there like that, and then you stick this down from the top, and you grab that piece of yarn down there and pull it up like that. Then you could pull it all the way off of there. Voila. And what you have, guess you took it loose here. Shit. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. Okay, so what you have is a finished. Mine, it don't look so neat, but as you patiently do this, it's off. It's not unraveling. It's not coming loose. What you're gonna do with this piece is, what you could do is you could put it on your little needle that come with your loom set and work it back in here like that. See? You would just work it back in there, you know, and just work it up in underneath these little loops. You know, make it look neat and stuff. Just go back and forth across the top of the loops like that. See? Just loop it underneath two of the loops on the lips. This look like lips. They look like lips. And you just do that till you get to the end. If you do have a crochet hook, it'd be, you know, it's easy to do with the crochet hook too, because the crochet hook will just pull it on through there. Just go right. See, I got it. Let me find them lips. See them lips at the top of there after you got through binding off, and then you get it across there like that. And my, you know, the yarn is short. That's why I keep coming out the needle. I cut it too short. Cut it a little longer when y'all do it, so you have enough, you know, have a longer, something long to sew it. Don't make that little mistake I just did. And then, if you want, see if it was longer, I'll have enough yarn to work through with the needle. If it's not, you just take your little hook, since I ain't got enough yarn, and you just, you know, go on the side there, whatever, or you can go back across the top, whatever, and just tuck that in. Or, you know, once you put it back in there, then you would just take your scissors and cut that off, and voila, you have you bind it off. It's not unraveling. And like I had these little tassel things at the end, you can do the same thing on your scarf and put it on there, or pom-poms, whatever you want to put on there. So that's how you bind off on the straight one, is what I learned. Now for the round one, I just did this little thing today, and this is what I mean. At the bottom, it just started curling, and you could just still use that, like I got on the big hat, as the edge of your hat. Is what we're gonna do now, because I don't want to say other stuff, because I just learned. I've seen other ways that you can have it where you can flip it and make it look like, you know, the knit look, but we're not doing that, because this is just beginner stuff. So when you do it, it always curls up like that. That's so you to know somewhere it don't have to curl, but that your hat can have that little curl rim at the bottom. But anyway, this is a little tiny hat, could fit on an infant head. This size. Let me see. This is size. This green one is a. I'm not sure. A 5.5 inch diameter. Okay, this is how you bind off on these, if I can remember. Let's see here. Okay. We're gonna take, see the little peg thing right here? We're gonna take this one, and let me see if I remember. Oh, the reason why you don't have to do this, what you would do if you don't want to make this, make less stitches, what I'm going to show you, do less stitches, so they say it won't be so bunky. Like you see on the end of my, top of my hat, it looks really neat. So that's why some people would make less stitches. Other than that, if you don't, you would wind your working yarn, they call it, the yarn you're working with. You will wind it all the way around, and let me see. This is just so once it go all the way around, just go a little bit more around so you'll have enough yarn. Like I didn't have enough when I was sewing. You want to have enough, so you go all the way around and then a little bit more to the side there, so you'll have enough to go through the loops. But since I want this not to be so bunky at the top, I'm going to show you guys how they make less stitches. Guys, my camera did cut off, so I'm gonna have to do a part 3 to show you guys how to bind or cast off for the round loom to make your hat. How to lessen the stitches, or we don't have to, like I was explaining. But I'm just going to share where I did the blue scarf, how I bind off on that one. And I'm sorry about the video cutting off and stuff, but I'll be back part 3 to share when at another time how to bind off the round loom. Thanks for watching, and Google that news.